What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players, to another installation of the Siege Double Shot, coming to you in the Skyline gaming community. I am the Reverend Whiskey Glitter, my partner and co-host, as always, Mr. Whiskey Run. Say hello, Whiskey.
Welcome, everyone, to the Skyline Weekly Series number 4. In this here, we're on the semi-final game with Army of 5, a team you know and love, who has won this tournament last week, versus Team Avenged. And it's a best of 3, and we're getting to see Clubhouse, Oregon, and if required, Nighthaven. Let's go.
Let's go, and I hope it's required. Yeah, a little bit. We talked about the David Goliath situation. This is it, my friends. 28-0 in the grand finals for Skyline. That Army of 5 currently sits, so they are the reigning champs. The team to be taken down and deleted off the board. So Team Avenged, boy, you better bring your A game, because this is going to be one hell of a match. And you said it's Clubhouse. I love Clubhouse, right? It's adds real an extra layer of complexity to your tactical adventures. It's very diverse rooms, intricate layout. What I love about it's going to test their ability to adapt on the fly. And that's one thing that we have seen from this Army of 5, right, is their adaptability. I'm excited to see how Team Avenged is going to bring it to the table. Knock them out early.
I mean, they are definitely going to try, but like you said, they've got their work cut out for them. Army of 5 is on an absolute tear right now in terms of their tournament winnings. This isn't a final, right? So it doesn't officially count towards that 28-0 because that game is going to be potentially on Friday. However, this is it. I mean, they're about to show what they can do here up against a team that has won their way through the tournament as well, made it to the semifinals.
Yep. Couple of standard bans on the board. Don't usually see it in conjunction with each other. Jackal and Dokkaebi gonna get taken out immediately. One thing that leaves on the board that's special for Clubhouse, my friends, is that both the Hatch Queen and the Mountain himself, the walking drone, gonna be left alone to be pushing in on that dirt site, which is pretty huge. Or coming up that garage catwalk. Where Monty's so devastating. If we see the Azami ban here, that could be just about some free territory to walk on up there with Monty.
Well, and the other one that's interesting too is it leaves, we've seen Maverick banned frequently on Clubhouse, but not tonight. He's available, and like you said, Hatch Queen, Solus, and Mira. Now, I think Team Avenged knows Army of 5 absolutely loves the Mira play, and they are devastating with it. Seems like a target ban.
Yeah, it's a tough pick here to try and decide between Azami getting off the board or Mira being off the board, and it's coming down to which one is going to be used against you the worst. And I think when it comes to Army of 5, that's an easy call. Get that Mira off the board.
The easy call.
So we're going to head to a less than standard primary site. Hasn't been the case for many moon now. Generally, you see gym bedroom or that dreaded church arsenal start, but we're going to opt for a nod towards traditional siege and head to CCTV and cash to start us out.
That is, I mean, absolutely true, right? The amount of times that we've seen the CCTV site played recently is really low, right? We almost never see this site played anymore, especially as a primary.
Yeah, I'm here for it. It's already showing that adaptability that we said you need to have, right? Just don't go with the standard. Pull some of the stuff that's a bit out of pocket. And to start it out, right, Azami, a standard, will might help guard that Azami up in that catwalk. Bandit, a standard for the breach, right? All standard picks here. Here's where we get into the fun part. Toasty bringing out the Maestro. That's a call I like to see. Adds a bit of that intel, adds a little bit of that denial. You still have to be wary of getting zapped in the back, especially if you're low when you leave those things alive. I think this is a good call.
Now, so how are they going to handle the garage push here with the standard Wamai and Azami there playing in garage.
Yep, only one set of nades, but they did bring some flashes to potentially help burn out some of those Wamai discs. Nothing special, however. Did bring the buck out for that verticality, which is important. In fact, verticality is going to be all the way on the top, as Diver going to be taking a peek inside on the drone. Thatcher to help support that thermite. Zofia, Demented, going to be that general badassery, and just like that, they have taken a ton of real estate. Oh, but going to be caught slipping. Oh, ho, ho. Yowza, Azami going to find that first kill, taking Fink off the board, and that's your health and your nades. One thing that does, that makes it a little bit tougher to push up onto that catwalk if we've got Azami holding there. No way to real flush her out, except for those potential Zofias.
I mean, that was a great flank, right? Normally, Azami, you see her typically playing down low. You see her playing like in the garage area, not flanking herself all the way through the basement.
Yep, so with that, body balance does get tipped in favor of Team Avenged as they find themselves in a 5-4. The minute 23 still left on the board. Woo-hoo! That's a close one. Doesn't know how close he came to catching a freebie. Just a little bit lower. Demented gonna find the final refrag there on Arabian. Now evening up that body balance, taking us 4-4 piece, and with that they are gonna get the wall. No way to trick it if you're in the gravesite. That's a good kill. Lots of real estate being taken up here. Ooh, but Azami gonna find a second on the wraparound, gonna take the dome piece of Demented. And gonna potentially be coming up for another, except for Diver says no. Go kill her, Dexy, and Dexy said, yes, sir, and he went and did it. 3-3 now, they evened up, 40 seconds left on the board.
I think they did get rid of, did they get rid of both of the Maestro cams? I think so, for sure got one.
Potentially. Oh, and a bit of a rat angle here as he gets prone with the LMG. Enough bullets to kill him off. If he doesn't get spotted out, this could be a really huge kill as they start to push in. Pete not even looking down at the bottom, and he does! He swings in, and he is gonna get roasted as Toast finds the three-piece on the rat prone. What a freaking game! Ow!
Grabs a triple from the prone position. Wow, that was... Diver was trying to get that drone up the stairs. Legion shoots it before he's able to grab the intel on where Maestro is playing, and that is an unfortunate miss drone there. Not having the intel on where Maestro was playing. What a play!
Yeah, and exactly
Toasty, let's go.
What you want to see in the semifinals, because, right, it's all for the glory. One moves forward, one takes the proverbial bus ride home. No longer gonna be here. Goodbye, sayonara, see you later. So, still want a chance at that moolah. Got to bring it tough. Defense finds one here. You can take it down
Toasty
for the next.
Back on the Maestro.
I like it. I like the call. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Gonna opt for a few different ops, though. Malusi coming on the board, Vigil going to be on the board, and the Oryx. So a bit of a potential for a lurk as it was so successful on the last round, finding two on that, almost a third, except for, I mean, of course, got blasted on the stairs. So I started blasting.
Well, we haven't seen her yet, but you know who else is on the board?
Yeah, let's go. So that, oh, Ying. What?
She's not being played this round, but she's not banned out.
Yes, and that is an interesting, especially for those late round execute situations. I thought you were gonna say Demented, bringing out the Bravo, which is I think what is super fun. You got a Maestro on the board, you got a BP on the board, you got those Malusi Banshees on the board. Yes, please, let's go. Love a Maestro kill, especially when it's been hacked.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, gonna get a little bit of a focus of a top down. Diver gonna take himself all the way up to the top. They open that window on the back stairs. Gives themselves a little bit of a catch you crossing scenario. It's gonna get active with the Brava, sending it down the central stairs.
Gonna be able to grab the Maestro.
Gonna at least
go
get
for the
Brava.
Malusi first.
Yep. Ooh, it said nope. Gonna get myself in another direction. Wow, look how fast he cleared that whole entire room of where that stuff was at. Goated. Uh-oh. Gotta be sneaky.
Skipping.
And he does get around. I love the Bravo play. Spots one out. Is he gonna be able to get it? Yes, he is. Got himself a Maestro and going for the BP. But I think did that camera get destroyed? Oh my lord. Really effective use of the Brava there. Both drones are out. Maestro cam, let's go.
Enemy located. Basement.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, just barely misses. Maestro does take a little bit of damage on the fight into the dirt area. That's the problem with LMG. You're gonna take him a minute to get situated to take that fight on again.
They did get that. They did get that BP too. So they've got one Maestro that's still open and the BP.
Both of those clutch drones being deployed. I don't know if they're both destroyed yet or not. And as we sit, it's 55 seconds left. I was about to say we're looking at no combat here. Maestro does get down. It is going to be Orcs to find the kill. The trade as Diver finds one. Evening up that advantage, except for now Vigil getting taken off the board. Diver starting to come alive here as we find ourselves in a 4v2, but they are going to get the Maestro back up. Pushes in, he's ready to take these gunfights. Nowhere to be found though, does find one on the backside, flips around. Didn't get him up, they did get him up.
Demented!
Just go crazy. Demented's going to live up to his namesake. Push into sight. No, Legion goo be damned. He's just going to right through the smoke and kill everyone. Easy call. That's a dub strategy. Go in and kill everyone. Demented just showing you how.
Jeez, that was yeah, legendary 3K in the first round. Demented clutches up the end there, so now 1-1 as we go into round 3.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm freaking here for it. This is it. This is the war of attrition that we have been asking for after every night. Give us the battle to determine the best. Seems like we got one on our hands here. Second verse, same as the first. As we head back down to that church arsenal area. And we're running it straight back with the exception of the Cade. Help stop some of that play. Unless he's going to do some Cade tricking, which I hope he is. You know, we love to see a good Cade trick. Not easy. Takes forever, but executed correctly. Stop that verticality. It's a good play.
They are pulling off.
On the board.
They're pulling off the Fox A trick here that he showed everybody in one of his latest series. Underneath of the bottom of the cart, able to impact trick that hatch, and hopefully be able to survive a little bit longer before needing to do a Cade trick.
Look at that cam work, baby. Doom.
Is London gonna be spawn peeking here with Vigil? I don't think that anybody's coming this direction.
Yeah, he set himself up to try to take something, but 20 seconds goes by and he's gonna go ahead and move on to the next area. Man, oh, not gonna actually get that drone. Drones are hard. I hate them.
You know what? That's why we love Solus, getting to see Solus, but banned out here on Clubhouse, and Army of 5 taking advantage of that for sure.
Oh yeah, Intel City. We talk about it all the time. If you've got the intel, you can gain the inches, and they are using that to the full extent. Good drone economy by Army of 5 trying to suss everybody out. Let's start to take a bit of a focus on... Oh! Jeez. Didn't quite get the shot off on top, but a great pre-fire.
Who was that was playing upstairs?
Probably Vigil, I imagine. Oh, no.
Oryx.
Oryx. No. Yeah, the question is... Oh, there he goes. He does get drone off the board, and he's going to take the scenic route to get himself out of there. You don't want to be caught slipping in a 2v1. He's ready for that hatch drop. He says, come on if you want it. Dexy, the first to fall. Gonna be that Vigil out and about roaming, and he's going to get himself back down to sight. Get himself ready for the bunker up, because why? Defense only has to rely on that trade game now. Get down, hold sight. Wait it out.
They had the intel that Hibana was upset on rappel, trying to get that kitchen hatch, and were able to make the swing there and claim that life.
Gonna try to play to that life one more time. Oh, but he is gonna pay the price for it. He's gonna Pat gonna find him, even up that man advantage now. Bold spot to be sitting.
Ooh.
Is going to be Arabian to take the head piece of a KS Diver. Give the body bounce tipped in favor back to Team Avenged. Ooh! That was what?
They did not have a mute jammer on the board, but I think the Thatcher grenade actually shut down Flores' drone by accident.
Really? Did do that? Oh! Man!
Look at
London
that.
having a great game. Toasty to find another one onto Stocky, now taking us into a 3v1, all relying on the shoulders of Patty the Thatcher. 3-1 on the KD. Got a chance to do it. Has to do it again right now.
Yeah, it's tough. They know he's coming down main. Gonna swing. They've got the time to throw a couple bodies at it. Hopefully they can catch one stray bullet, all it's gonna take at this point.
It's gonna be a hurry up and wait scenario as he sits at the bottom of the central stairs, questioning how he got there. It's gonna be another one in favor of the defense. 2-1 as we head into 4.
Aggressive play there from the defense. They spawn peek out the garage. Oryx roaming upstairs and able to claim Hibana. She was upset on rappel trying to grab the hatches. Just good play overall by roaming a little bit more than they did the first couple rounds. And I'm imagining we're going to see Army of 5 potentially adapt to that more aggressive play style.
One up by Team Avenged, and we are still, after the round rotate, yet to see a gym bedroom sight. Can't fault them. Up by 1, I say run that thing back.
Definitely does not seem to be the standard meta right now for Clubhouse, but, you know, maybe we're seeing a bit of a swap.
And of course, is possible. Valkyrie on the board, a little bit of intel to help support. 1 second.
Oh, I love that Azami barrier there on the entry in. It's just so devastating there. We're not seeing any of the shield play. It does leave Monty on the board, but I don't know. Was Monty one of the plays that we see typically from the Army of 5 team?
I don't know that it's necessarily an Army of 5 strat. Just an accepted one.
Well, they certainly got themselves set up for Osa. Here we go.
Okay, a little bit more standard of a take here. He's gonna go straight forward and try to punch him right in the mouth.
And the nade! The nade!
There we
wow.
Go. Perfect bit of play, and they're going to thermite push straight into sight. Dexy trying to get active here on the catwalk is going to find Wamai as he goes down. Bandit going to be the next to fall as Pradeep is also taken off the board. So just like that, Plant is starting to go down, and they are getting active, my friend. This aggression out of nowhere is now all on the shoulders of Toasty, and they have got him pinged out. He does get the down onto Demented, but we are find ourselves in a 4v2, and Binka going to blast back up. It's get in, planted, get back out, and now we find ourselves in a real tough situation, having to 1v4 in a post plant.
With all of the utilities set up outside, they've got drones all over the place covering her. Look at that. They know exactly where she's at. Boy, did they bait her with Osa's legs?
Amazing. That was insane. That was crazy. That was it. Well, man, you're right. They freaking did. Holy cow. Push in, plant, get out. Sheesh.
Okay.
We tied up. Heading into 5 now.
1-1-1-1. Let's go. The back and forth. I know you always ask for it. Not always do we get treated to it on stream, though. But here in the semifinals, Skyline gaming community, you're getting to see it, my friend.
We have seen more CCTV cache site setup now than I think we have seen in the last 3 months. This is insane. I love it. I love it. It's that variable. It's switching it up. And it's working. 2-2. Let's go.
Well, there we go. We talked about whether or not Monty was part of the A5 repertoire, and here he is coming out. Stocky at least showing him currently. I'm wondering whether or not they think they are, I guess, assuming they were going to ego check it, run it back. Here we go.
Yep, and they are going to do the same. Toasty going to try to live up to his namesake and try to cook him with the Lord himself. Tachanka making an appearance out here. Other than that, it's pretty similar. We are going to have the Warden being brought out as well. Recent buff, putting him into tank status. Be a tough person to push out, but a Monty is a good way to do it. Capitao to flush. Whoever's sitting up at the top of Catwalk out. Noah Zombie on the board to try to slow him down. Oh, look at this. Now, if Monty's shield is up, or is retracted, whenever he starts to push in and this guy prone is going to might potentially be able to find somebody, do they know he's there? That's the question. Oh, he's in a bad spot now. You guys get pinged
Look
out.
at that.
Ooh, that's a good night. Warden off the board. That was a poor play. Coming in on the back of such excellent gameplay. That was tough. Well, mine now stuck up as Monty has already made his way up. That's going to be half health. Oh, no!
Wow, he survived with 1. Now, here's the question. How is Tachanka going to be able to hold this down with Legion and Kaid?
Well, I tell you what, if he can... Oh, I was about to say, if he can send some fire out, but instead it's going to be fire on him as Arabian going to fall to the flames. A baptism of fire now reigns in the CCTV as both Tachanka and Capital are releasing the holy fires within. Holy cow. 5v2 now, all resting on the shoulders of Tachanka and Legion. Oh no, and more fire, and it's fitting. He is going to get pushed out and is now into a 5v1. Drones everywhere, fire everywhere, bullets from Dexy to take Hauser off the board. Holy shit, that was an exciting round of Siege.
Wow, what? Boy, we talked about Team Avenged immediately starting to play aggressively and whether or not Army 5 was going to have that mid-round adaptation, and absolutely, they showed 2 extremely aggressive attacking pushes on the CC site. Team Avenged going back downstairs, they're like, okay, maybe it's time to stay away from CC.
Yeah. It was Army of 5 demonstrating why CCTV and Cash are not the sites anymore, because... boy, it is just a potential to overwhelm you, and that's exactly what they did. They geared up, they sent in Monty, they found the biggest, baddest player, and they punched him straight in the face. That's going to be 3 now as Army of 5 takes the lead. So we head into round number 6. Sheesh.
Wow, what a run. What a run that was.
Yeah, that was exciting. So, take it back down to Church Arsenal. So we are not going to see a gym bedroom site from Team Avenged on their defensive half. Interesting call. I like it. A little bit of slowdown city as they don't want to deal with that Monty again. They brought Aruni, Ella, Malusi, and Legion. Those are all operators to say, stop right there, mister. Some intel to back it up. A C4 to send him flying.
I wondered whether or not we were gonna see some sort of a intel deny, like a mute, because of how much drone economy the Army of 5 team was getting a hold of and using. But no, they're gonna go for the personnel slowdown side,
which I like. It's tough to act off that intel if you can't get inside, and you know it's gonna do a great job of keeping you outside. It's going to be that DMR. Devastating in the hands of the right person, man. It is a long-distance 2-pump chump. 1 if you put it on the dome piece, of course. Body bounce tipped in favor of Team Avenged here on this last round of the first half of the first map.
and it is a full bunker back down. And now the push came from the oil pit side, from the garage side. Now the drones are starting to suss these operators out. Oh.
Sheesh. Okay, so a little bit of a slowdown here from a bit of Army 5. They got to redirect, reapply some of that pressure. Maybe a bit of a phantom push yet again from the oil pit to distract from the, from blue to distract from the oil pit drop. He is going to give him an access quick inside, a peek hole. Not going to capitalize just yet, but he's got the rotate cut off. Finka instead going to go down, as now it's into a 4v2 situation, and they have got the long distance on everybody. There's just a very tough way to get into this site right now. 2-2 on both of the ones. A little bit of disorientation also now as that Grismot's going to go off and slow down any of those sound cues that you had for the push, but they're not going to push. They're not stupid. They're going to hold those long angles, and they're going to fight these from a distance, and they're going to end it here.
Wow, Arabian back, grabbing the final two there. Malusi able to clutch it out for the team Avenged to finish out the half. We're on the side swap.
Yeah, just a back and forth, a war of attrition. I cried out to the heavens, give me a battle that will determine the best. And this is it. Army of 5 and Team Avenged, both just showing up and showing out. Now, here's the question. Are both of these teams going to be able to keep up the same level of aggression on the side swap? We know Army of 5 can be very aggressive on their defense. We've seen it on our casting channel many times. But it seems like Team Avenged, while not really adapting, they're kind of sticking to their guns, trusting in the strats and the skills that they brought to the defensive side. I wonder if that's going to be the same for this defense.
I know you're shocked, but you know what we're seeing. Castle on the gym bedroom, just like we did at the Atlanta Major. The pros, adapted and are using the T4, T3 strats now.
That's right, baby. Welcome to T4, T3. Castle is used on gym and bedroom, and you want to know why? Because it's a good call. Not only do you get the if you don't bring any way to deal with it, like the breach charges or the sledge, for example, they do bring the Zofia, which definitely will blast 2 of them off. But you make it a little bit tougher to get all of those crucial angles, especially from that highway area. If you're doing any sort of tricking, Cade, Bandit, Mute, any sort of tricking at all, or trying to hold that 90 hallway, Castle stops that. And if you can get it open, it gives you the sound cue that this is exactly where that push is coming from. This is a really good setup here by the defense, right? We see all of the classics. 2 bits of real estate changing as we have both Castle and the Azami on the board. Slow down City in the form of Frost and Legion to stop some of those pushes. Cade for that breach.
Oh, they're going for a Cade trick here. Are they going to get it? No, they're not going to get it.
Oh, and it was just barely missed that out. Cade tricking is tough, but once you get it, it's absolutely devastating. I like what the attack team brought here. A little bit of intel. They're going to utilize that OSA as well for those typical shield push in. Going to miss with the C4, and then zero for that intel. He's just huge. 4 cams, able to see all over the place. Toasty going to find the first headshot onto Demented. That's going to get body bounce tipped in favor of nobody, as Frost going to find one onto London. 4-4.
They've got with Arabian and Toasty here on Rappel, covering both sides of it. They've got good angles on the hallway there outside of gym.
Yeah, and with that rotating OSA shield, making it tough to really pin down exactly where you're going to be able to take that shot. I like it. Here's the problem, right? Now they know exactly that Zero is here opening up these highway windows, and a well-placed C4 or a well-placed impact nade could be the disaster of opening those. Does have himself in a position to take that gunfight, but he is going to get droned out.
Oh, those pesky drones. Another one escaped, but Dexy, what a shot.
That's body bounce going to be tipped back in favor of Army of 5 as they now sit 4-3. Trying to stall out this attacking team. 29 seconds left on the board. Toasty going to find the body of Diver to even that back up. Osa going to fall now, and Thatcher to go down as well. It's just like that. The double rings out, and it is now all on the shoulders of Mr. Zero. Mr. Sam Fisher takes a shot, finds one.
No way.
Himself into sight, but I mean, this you have to go for a plant scenario, and they are both close and waiting. It's going to be the swing and the good night.
He got off it at the last second. No, Stocky going to be the one that gets that final kill. Pad the KD. Okay.
First round of the back end of the half going to Army of 5. But if history shows us anything, Team Avenged should be bringing some adaptability as well to bring it back into contention and tie this bad boy back up.
Yeah, they were definitely... They were not deterred in, losing 2 at CC in dramatic fashion, quick, heavy, aggressive pushes from the Army of 5 team. That didn't put them down mentally. They came back and won the next round. So this is a team that's got some fortitude.
Fortitude. Excellent. Church Arsenal, and you called it earlier. Why don't we see a mute to stop that droning? Well, here's one. So, this game. We talk about the merging of contemporary and traditional Siege. And this is it, right? This is a battle between the contemporary and traditional Siege takes. And, man, I love it. Each bringing a little bit something different. 2 C4s on a board, 4 impacts to help stop some of that verticality, maybe cause a little lethal activity in the kitchen area. I like the call. I wonder if we're going to see that Cade KS Diver trying to do some tricking as well, right? We've seen it possible if you stand on those boxes. Tough to Cade trick, but when executed correctly, completely worth it.
Absolutely. Interesting, we're seeing the OSA, but I don't feel like OSA is one of those one of the plays that we see frequently for this site.
No, we don't. But you know what we do see for this site is the Monty. So maybe acting in the same sort of purpose. We might see her push in, help get that kitchen opened up with those impact EMPs, and then send her around to either push down that down dirt or potentially make a walk down that stair, bringing in that shield, but also the gun to back it up.
That's true.
I'd like that. That'd be fun.
This is a nice setup they've got there on the oil pit, making sure that no one can get that drop. That was the aggressive push that Army of 5 ran. Was the oil pit drop there to push down? So they're like looking out specifically for that in their case.
Yeah, and then lots of activity up top as they're trying to catch somebody. A little fishing action. Explosions galore, but they are going to get that hatch opened up. I've seen a fun little trick when you put the Rooney gates on top instead of on bottom. Where you stand up and it turns off and you crouch down and it, like, tricks it. That would be fun to see.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No way. I have not seen that, but I want to see it now.
Yeah, smartest players in the world, I think, is these Siege players. You've heard it said.
Let's go. I'm surprised that they actually didn't, it looked like they had the impact trick ready for the kitchen hatch, but just couldn't pull it off.
DMR going to claim the life of Toasty, and that's a huge pick, taking top frag off the board. One who's getting active, and of course that intel as the eyes in the skies fall to their demise. 5v4 now, 35 seconds left on the board, and we're going to have to see this attack team get active, right? And they defense still really doing a great job of setting the pace. For this attack team. C4 going to ring out and claim the life of London as it starts to fall apart here for this defense. Time is ticking down. That brutal Azami placement. Secured in the corner. Ooh! That's going to be Dexy taken off the board, but it's going to get a trade as DMR to find him. He is going to find another. Philippe goes down. Another trade as Stocky gets it. Stocky to claim both of them. Sheesh.
We've seen this position too. The Azami in the corner of Arsenal just barricaded herself, holding some really tight angles, and wow, they played that one really well too.
No kidding. So with that, is this the first time that we've seen this in this game where somebody goes up by a scoreline of 2?
No, Army of 5 pulled it off in the double CC victory,
yep.
But first time on defense.
That's right. One away now from a match point scenario. It's time to see Team Avenged come alive and gain themselves some attacker wins. And to do so, they're going to have to be bringing it on to their favorite site, CCTV and Cash. Bit of a standard setup here, albeit we don't generally get to see the castle on a CCTV cache hold, but I like it. You can see it utilized in a couple of different ways. You can still take that highway route where we're blocking off those windows, or, and much more fun, is the castle utilized below for the extension, where you see garage, stock, and lounge, and secret all cut off as they hold in swamp by themselves. And that is what we're going to be going for here. It's going to be that downward extension. And I tell you what, this is a phenomenal castle play. This has proved to be the demise of many great teams. And it's going to cut off a lot of the push from the backside. That verticality that they're hoping to get from the buck. Okay. Oh!
Trying the same setup, but the Cade trick works.
Oh, and a bit of missed opportunity there on the footholds. Yeah, that was tough, the Cade trick. That takes one off the board. If they lose this next thermite, then they are solely relying on the can openers to get into the main breach, and that is not a place you want to find yourself in. Oh, my lord. Oh, there we go.
Had the double.
EMP's going to do it. Yep, absolutely. They are going to get that wall open and now themselves a bit more of a standard take, and I love the call of the Grim. Recently reworked. Tell us about him, Mr. Whiskey.
Yeah, getting to see Grim, he's, you know, a double buff happening 2 seasons in a row with his gadget activating quicker, reloading faster, the gadget deploying faster with larger area of effect, plus the most recent rework, allowing it to bounce off the walls and not be relying on solely moving himself into the line of fire to be able to use that gadget. So really added a lot of utility there for Grim.
Youch! That's going to be Demented ripped off the board here. Team Avenged trying to find themselves a little bit closer in that score line. Body bounce tipped in favor of Team Avenged.
Oh, holding some tight angles there, trying to find which one's going to be the right one to catch somebody out on the balcony, out on a platform.
Ooh, taking a quick look at that rooftop area as well. And yeah, this castle hold, this is going to remain pretty strong, especially if we have Wumai down there. There's going to be one of the first taken off the board. Is that going to be, yep, opening up. Oh man, what a dicey angle. Oh my lord, almost could have lost his life. I said almost could have. Didn't take the shot. Both of them saw each other.
Yeah, oh, there it is.
To say good night, and that's Diver onto London yet again, and that is going to be starting to fall apart as an impact rings out. I choose you from Dexy, now taking this into a 3v2, trying to get rid of some of those Talon shields that are out there. This is going to be a 3v1. It's all resting on the shoulders of Vosa, who's going to find herself sleepy and in ready for a nap. Good night.
Good night indeed. Dexy. Wow, what a game so far. And here it is. For the first time tonight in this best of 3 on the first map, Clubhouse, we're going to see match point. Team Avenged, I think obviously good call here, taking their time out. They've lost 3 in a row on defense. Absolutely the right time, because they were putting up a fantastic defense themselves, but have not been able to find a way to win a round on attack yet.
That was a good round. That was a good round of Siege. And the timeout, I think it's a good call. You said it, right? It got to take a second to stop and talk about it. Maybe try to slow down some of that momentum that's been built up on the other side. Put a little ice in your veins. Steel yourself, because what's one thing that we know is going to happen on the backside of this timeout? AO5 is going to do something a little bit risky, right? They're going to pull something out that's a bit aggressive, you know, and if they lose in that man advantage and they lose this round, they're not worried about it, because Team Avenged has got to be perfect for 3.
I think that calls for a cheers, my friend.
I think you are absolutely right. Big cheers and an AO. And you know what? While we're here, let's just say a super huge and special thank you to Skyline Gaming Community for allowing the Whiskey Boys, the Siege Double Shot, to come over and cast this game that has just been so much freaking fun. It's a great league. Get active. Get involved. Get around it, as Tom J. Sherlock would say. Get amongst it. This is where it's happening. Big void in that NA scene for competitive Siege. It's a good place to get it in. Have to be a part of the team.
That's right. Weekly tournaments. Weekly tournament, Skyline Gaming holding here. For PC, potentially console.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Okay, here we go. We talked about it. Team Avenged has to be perfect for 3 in a row as Army of 5 on their quest for a three-peat. Is it 3? If you look
think
at 3,
so.
yeah, on the quest for the three-peat. This David versus Goliath scenario. Team Avenged is holding their own on the defensive side of it. Bit of a fall-off. Caught on the back foot here on the attacking side. I like who they're showing, though, right? Hauser on the Monty. This is a good play. A little bit of a potential... You know, what I like to see here on the gym bedroom, if they are especially using that castle, I like to see a little bit of a split push going on. Bring out the Ace and the Thermite. Get a little bit of the Monty push, the Monty Ace, and whoever else coming through construction, opening all that up.
I thought they tricked that. That was so close.
Instead, a little bit of a nod towards tradition as they're going to make a bit of a one-sided push. A brute force.
Monty push through the jacuzzi breach into gym, and all right now they've got to deal with is just a Frost and a Kaid in the bathroom.
Deploying drone.
And he is going to get spotted out as those shots start to ring out from the bathroom. Minute 45 still on the board. Looks like this attacking team getting themselves all set up there, taking their time to really drone out where all of these defenders are at for that push. It is going to be Castle to take a bit of damage, and he is going to go down. Potentially could be recovered as he sits in that lodgy area, but it's dicey for that hatch play.
Yeah, they're going to bait it out. Looks like they are. We got... No, I thought Thermite was going for the hatch, but no, he's not. And they blocked it off. Able to recover, pick Castle up. Wow, well done. A nice last-minute move there from Azami.
Bring us back up to full strength, and instead going to trade it out onto London as Paddock finds the dome piece. Now body bounce sitting in favor of Army of 5, so they're trying to put this map number 1 away. 53 seconds left and start to fall under their fate and their fortune here as both Dexy and Demented going to claim the dome piece of 2, and now it is all resting on the shoulders of Monty. This is not a spot you want to be in with your pistol. And it's going to be a too late scenario. There's a flawless round going to ring out for Army of 5, and they're going to claim map number 1 in this best of 3. Woo! Sheesh,
there it is. Map number 1 in the books. Congrats there to the Army of 5 team, taking Clubhouse in a 7-3 victory with 4 straight at the end.
Yeah, dominant performance on the defensive side by Army of 5. And they close it out to take map number 1. But, my friends, it's a best of 3. That means map number 2 is coming at you. Sit back, relax, fill your drinks up to the tippy top, because when we're back, it's map number 2. And I believe we're headed to Chalet. Where are we headed?
Oregon.
Oh, wishful thinking. I mean, yay, Oregon. Here we go, baby.
You know what, though? This is the Army of 5 team and Team Avenged. I don't think we're going to see the typical, the typical pro league that we were seeing in Atlanta that was feeling a little bit boring. So don't worry. We're going to cross our fingers from exciting gameplay and some new strats coming out for Oregon.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. The last couple of times that we've had a chance to cast Oregon, it actually has been incredibly exciting gameplay and new strats, stuff that we didn't think we'd be seeing. So I think this will be no different. You're absolutely right. Oregon, map number 2 coming at you. Sit back, relax, feed, drink to the top. Hey, yo!
Let's go.
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. And if you're just joining us, well, holy moly, you missed an absolute banger map 1 in this best of 3 here in this Skyline Gaming weekly series. I am still the Reverend Whiskey Glitter. This is still my partner and co-host, Mr. Whiskey Run. Say hello, Mr. Whiskey.
Welcome, everyone, like you said, to the Skyline Gaming Community weekly series. And we've already seen the first map. We're already seeing Clubhouse down, Army of 5 taking that in a 7-3 victory. And we are about to head to Oregon. And I know you may never have seen the map.
That's true.
And
It's
sometimes
new.
it gets a bad rap if you have. But trust me, this is one you're going to want to see.
You're right, man. It's a classic map, classic strats. If you've ever played a round of Siege, you probably played it on Oregon, right? And it's tough to get a little bit of a new scenario going on such a classic map that goes so back and forth. That's why we see it a lot in the comp scene. Bit defensive sided in the major, in the pro league part of it. T4, we're still seeing that attack heavy presence on Oregon, which I like. What you thinking about bans here, right? Army of 5 heading in, defense. Do we get rid of the Ying? Nope, it's going to be the Dokkaebi. You know why? Because Army of 5 loves to roam. They love catch you on the flank. They love catch you on the back end. Dokkaebi is in direct resistance to that thought and idea. Now, here's the question.
Yeah.
Who do we see next? Normally, this is the Ying part.
Yep. But did Team Avenged want to handle that? I mean, do they want to clear utility? Flores? Oh, all right, that's two maps in a row. Team Avenged has banned Jackal.
Interesting pick. They also did show that they had a bunch of roaming presence as well, trying to catch quite a few on the flank and on the back end, and I think that was part of what was successful. We saw that a zombie flank that came up on the double and helped secure up that round. It's just going to be the same exact thing. It's so next ban, and then we're just going to get onto Oregon.
Here we go. Yeah, Team Avenged, again, I think knowing the Army of 5 strats, potentially there's a lot of VOD out there of the team, obviously. Mira banned away. So a common KS Diver ban, unfortunately, Mira off the board. So, and, okay, similar, we're seeing Army of 5 ban out Solus as well. They were using the drones, fantastically there on Clubhouse, so not surprising to see them want to keep that bit of a drone advantage. Diver calling you out in the chat.
Yep, and why is because I say it all the time. If I see Diver on the board, that's step number 1. Get rid of the freaking Mira, because that man is a demon on that Mira. Doesn't matter where he puts it. It's a good ban. 2 maps in a row, we ain't gonna see it.
That's right.
Very funny.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Okay, folks, here we go. It's map number 2. Team Avenged has to be present and prevalent in the end round of this one, or they're taking that proverbial bus ride home. We talk about
That's
defensive
right.
live as we head to that 2F location.
I was going to say, I want to make sure we see Nighthaven. That's a map we don't get to see often enough. I really want to see Nighthaven.
That is so funny. We're on a bit of a delay, so you won't hear it at the same time, but Kyle in the chat, at the same time you said that, wrote it in the Twitch chat. That was absolutely amazing.
No way. Well, we're thinking alike. Want to see Nighthaven. So, interesting. We've talked about this before where we're seeing the, spawn peak there. No, not the run out.
Oh.
Covering the frost mat.
Yeah. A little bit of distraction with that board being brought down. I'd like to call.
They had looked like they were going to have another spawn peak there, but no, Dexy is going to be playing downstairs, but not in the spawn peak role.
A little bit of slowdown city, right? We got a couple of traps on the board, kind of testing the metal of what this attacking team's going to bring to the board, the Thorn and the Frost. Typical on your breach, bringing that Cade out to stop both that attic and that master bedroom push. Or the large room push.
Yep. I think upstairs I want to go back and see. They had the the half wall opened up there in games, I think, going outside, leaving that open rather than having breach double reinforced.
But not going to be the case. Okay, here we go. Stocky going to be this first contest, potentially swinging in from that front door area. I wonder if they've got tabs on him. I know that they had a drone in there earlier, but if they think that he's rotated back to site, could be a huge pick, especially because he's not even looking towards that direction. How did he get up and in there with a zombie on the stairs and not take that gunfight? That was crazy.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of shenanigans going on. Oh, and the punch in! London gonna find Stocky and rip his head off, but it's gonna be equalized.
Oh.
Philippe gonna find it onto London as well, and the equalizer, the exchange.
But that's Diffuser on the stairs.
That's a tough spot. As Diffuser goes cold, you don't want to be having to battle a zombie, or not a zombie. You don't want to have to be battling that those thorn traps to go pick it up. That condensed hallway could lead spell disaster.
Oh, but they're going to be able to pick it up there without too much effort, and then reposition themselves.
Sneaky, sneaky. It gets up and gets out. It's going to be the redirect now. It's going to try to capitalize on the kill. Buck going to start getting active as his verticality plays such a key role here in the taking of 2F.
Bomb located by attackers.
That's the first time they got a drone or a pair of eyes on the diffuser there with 20 or on the bombs there with 21 seconds left.
Sheesh, man. And yeah, 4-4
Oh!
come in, and he is going to get taken down. Demented going to find his dome piece.
No!
The thorn trap.
No!
That's tough. Now the push Informatic going to find two in an easy push there. That's a tough way to end your round.
Oh, yeah, the attic push in, the we talk about it seeing Maverick banned sometimes on Oregon Clubhouse for that, like, silent entry into attic or into dirt, which is exactly what we saw Team Avenged do. Open up attic there, push their way in. But, unfortunately, we're getting pressure from both the main door side, and Dexy on Frost was able to close that one out. Ouch.
Yep. It's going to be the first one in favor of Army of 5. It was a good push. I think if that first person doesn't die jumping in the window, that thorn trap, of course, not going to be as effective. But that first kill really made the second attacker jumping in pause for a second, and that's all it took at that point for the thorn trap to get the kill, which allowed the Frost to rotate, take that double gunfight onto attic. That was a huge IQ play, bringing the thorns out.
Well, the trick that they had there with, a pretty common trick, right? Opening up the window, putting all of the debris on top of the frost mat. I mean, the first one that jumped in was going to get taken down by the frost mat either way. So the double trap in place was perfect.
Absolutely. And just want to take a quick second to say thank you, TKK Barbs, for your using your Prime sub here with Skyline Gaming Community today. Appreciate you being a member of the team. 19 months. Ayo.
19 months. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about it. Defense going to get set up in a bunker wars scenario. To do so, they're going to be bringing Fenrir out. Didn't even see much of him played on that last map. Great for starting out that push. We call him the chess man. As he's left alive, he's able to change where those gadgets are active, effectively sealing off some sight lines. Look at this, a zombie barricade. This is, that's rough. That's a rough area to get in. Back it up with a Goyo to boot, and boy, that is a solid-looking Bunker Wars defense.
Wow.
Not to be deterred, though. I like who we brought on the attacking side of it. A little bit of that new meta switch, as we're going to see Gridlock being utilized. Those 4 tracks great for pre-plant, post-plant, sound cues, and comes with some nades. Not that she opted for them this time. Gonna go for the EMPs. You know what's funny is nades being surprisingly absent in this attacking setup. Are they getting ready for the new meta? Or is that just something they bring?
We had that conversation in one of the previous matches that it seemed like the T4 teams were already trying to adapt to what that change might be bringing and sort of getting prepared for it already rather than just taking advantage of it while it's here.
Folks, this is why you see the Azami banned out at a staggering 60% of the time, because she is able to change the landscape, and if she's left alive more than half of the round, she can really set up a trench warfare using all of those Kiba barriers. And now she's got that hatch area blocked off, she's got main stairs blocked off, and the bunker and the bunker push blocked off effectively. Even though she's down, she could be the reason that this defense might win it out.
Oh, look at this.
Maybe not now. That was tough.
Oh no, the siege timing, no way.
Down to a 5v1, Diver all on his lonesome, holding the long angle with that sniper shotty.
Goes for another C4. He grabbed 2 C4 kills in the last map, but no, ripped it ready, but no, shot in the back by Arabian back, as it were. Some siege poetry right there.
That's right. Life imitates art, or however it goes. 1-1. Was he tie it up? Good round by the attacking. Really getting around those zombie barriers. Made me eat my words a little bit. Not saying that it's impossible, but that was a tough push to get in. That early kill, that early down onto a zombie, maybe preventing one more of those Kivas from going up, could have potentially been the game changer and allowed Team Avenged to get in there and get that first dub secured. 1-1 as we head into 3 whiskey. Back down to the bunker.
Is that Karma in the chat too?
That is.
Hey.
With that comedic relief that we so desperately crave. A little bit of adaptability here, Army of 5, as they take it down to a bunker set up yet again. Gonna opt for some intel. This time, as we're gonna see Mozzie brought out on the board. That P10. Okay, you see how it's done? Write that down, Whiskey. That's our new zombie rank strat. We bunker war all the time. I hope you see that, 7K community. We're bringing the heat.
The
2
classic
C4s and 2
Oregon
attacks.
bunker wars.
My fave. My fave. Gonna opt for the Ayana instead of the Gridlock, and it's interesting, right? We definitely saw her pick rate drop off with that nade switch. Starting to see her come back alive, though.
Yeah, huge drop off in terms of pick rate. You know, and Gridlock I think is continued to be played, I think, because right with the nades, she had 4 throwables in her primary gadget plus double in the secondary. I mean, the amount of like projectile utility clear she has is unbelievable, right? She can clear it all out, everything that Wamai and Jaeger are bringing, and if you're using the magnets, you still got the option of it deploying wherever that is at.
Tough C4, demented, living up to his namesake, gets a C4 from below, acting off that Mozzie intel that's so desperately coveted, and then the run out! That's some teamwork, baby. Or in the words of Tenacious D, that's fucking teamwork! Is he gonna find himself a double now as he takes the head off of Toasty, now putting us into a 5v2. Kind of falling apart here for the attacking team. He's on the triple, trying to hunt him down a 4-piece, looking to get some barbecue sauce here.
Well, and Hauser is going to have to ace it to win it at this point.
Ooh, almost took the head off of Legion as he went back and forth. He's going to try to wall bang, doesn't might know that he has the Talon shield up. Zombie going to block that angle off, however. Ooh! Boy, they just know. They just know that shot is going to be coming, the pre-fire almost becoming incredibly lucky. It's going to take the scenic route, however. Not going to see the...
Not going to see anything as Smoke and the M590 just sitting and waiting, being the devastating shotty that it is.
And then just didn't move. Very funny. Army of 5 going to claim themselves another win here. It's 2-1 as we head into 4. We'll take it back up to the 2F scenario as the round rotate has been completed. What if we're going to see much Tersh side here?
It certainly doesn't feel that way. And certainly, you know, when we talked about the stats from the Atlanta Major on Oregon, there was one site in particular that the defense should never, ever go to, and that was the kitchen dining site. And we saw it actually played in, I think it was in the mukbang, or no, not, was it in Skyline we saw it? Where they went flawless victory, the attacking team first, and then won it again when it mattered. So for sure the Atlanta Major stats seemed like they were working out.
Yep, that's rule number 1 in Siege is don't run. You run, you die. Rule number 2 is don't play kitchen dining on Oregon because you're gonna lose that.
Yeah, I think one of the worst defending win rates in all of competitive Siege there from the Atlanta Major. That's that Oregon kitchen dining site.
All right, back up on that 2F push. Going to be the second verse, same as the first for Army of 5.
I'm reloaded.
Similar lineup. So it ain't broke, don't fix it. On the side of the attackers, we are going to see that Maverick coming back in to get that potential silent entry into that tower area. We are going to see Grim back on the board, and I love seeing how much he's utilized, right? In the realm of intel being everything, man, Grim's bees, they pack a punch. They let the whole site know, and now that he doesn't have to put himself in danger, it's a force to be reckoned with.
Using that same strat again, the 2F, just lead. Oh, the run! No! Jesse!
Swatted away like a pesky fly. He says, no thank you.
No way.
Hauser going to find a second kill on a Stocky now, and that just immediately, within the first minute of the round, puts the body balance heavily in favor of Team Avenged. So they're trying to keep their hopes alive here.
Oh, the bee's out. Is she pinged out? Did she move?
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
Of course she's pinged out now. It is Ace down to 20 HP and a dream. But with the body balance, you can afford to get a little active. Ready and willing. That's going to be the second.
The Maverick play.
Or that's going to take us down to 2, not the second. That's going to leave us 4v2.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Boy, getting active with that machine pistol. That thing is devastating.
There's the question. Was it Demented? I can't remember if it was Demented that played this, played Frost on the first round, where grabbed a double there at the end to clutch up the round, killing the 2 in the attic. They've got him pushing in again. Sound call on the window? No, we're hearing Maverick opening up more lines of sight, I thought.
Yeah, I think my potential. Oh, yeah, sound call on the window. Look, there it is. Nomad on rappel. He's looking to see if they push that top angle, which can, of course, see into a little bit deeper into sight. The shot on the Maverick, not going to hit, though. However, he's going to make his way down into that bottom attic area. Flash is going to start to go out, and he is going to get the down now. It's all on the shoulders of Demented, but it's going to be too late. Hauser's going to find his dome piece on the swing around.
Yeah, the flash is perfectly timed there, enabling Hauser playing Sledge to jump in, walk in, and grab that kill.
Yeah, you're right, Pyramid. That shotgun meta is just absolutely devastating. You're seeing it all over the place, which was a fun little thing to combat the TDM meta, right? I like it.
Yeah, I loved that change. I think that was a great one, right? Brings shotguns more in line with what we thought. You know, maybe they should be a little more accuracy when you're ADS, a little more destruction when you're not. You know, really increased the utility of what we were seeing from the shotguns in general. So yeah, for sure, combat the TDM meta. You needed something else besides intel to combat TDM meta. Now, the next thing though, the Zoto canister coming in about 5 days.
Ooh.
And how is that going to combat the TDM meta?
Can't wait for that. Can't wait for the new operator. New map. We did have a chance to play it at the Atlanta Major. What'd you think of it, Whiskey? New op? OP? Or no P?
I mean, boy, it seems like the intel from below, right? Enabling, you can throw the canister from below, gain intel on the location of the attackers. That seems truly powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see the combo moves being utilized between the ops. It's going to be phenomenal. New op on the board here for the side of Army of 5, bringing out the cap can. You saw that triple sitting on the... Oh, Toasty wanted him. Couldn't find it, however, as the siege timing allowed him to get out and get away. Triple Capcan, however, saying setup. Oh, my lord.
Look at that. Wamai from Big Tower grabbing his shot, but no, not going to find another. Oh, there is one on the roof.
Yeah,
he got it!
He is going to find it. And now, oh, that's tough. Going to allow him to rotate back around. Body balance is now tipped in the favor of the defense as we sit 2-2. And what does that do? That keeps them guessing, right? Did he get out of tower? Now, you have to stop and either divert some drones to go up and see if that guy got the heck out of there, or you got to go push that. You got to go try to isolate the player that was up top. And in this case, he's already rotated the heck on out of there. Just be another bit of a stall waste. There it is. London to find the body of Demented as we now get taken into a 4-4. Capcan reducing to just over half of his health. Ooh. Trying to get active here on the doorway. They're going to go for the double push. Bunch of intel going to be coming out from these Bs. Are they going to be able to get it onto him and reveal his location? They are. He's going to take the swing, and he's going to dive first one. They're going to find himself a double now. Body bounce tipped in favor of Team Avenged. Oh, as he finds himself
a triple,
and he's just gonna run. He doesn't care. He puts his gun down and he starts booking it. And now he's got a presence on the bottom of white. A little bit of drone helped to suss out where the heck they're sitting, but they're holding the angle. Somebody ready for it. It's the Mew. Stocky Brand's gonna be taking this gunfight. He does get droned out by the clone. It's the push in, and they're gonna swing, and they're just gonna take him. Yowza.
That was a 4 for London. I know Ace got the final kill, but that was a 4-piece.
London pulled himself a 4-piece. Baby, I tell you what, break out the barbecue sauce for that 4-piece, baby, because that man, he was Happy Meal eating. Sheesh.
And not only that, but hydrate in the chat, my friend.
Big dubs on the hydrate. Bom, ba, bom.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Geez, somebody should remind me. I shouldn't be drinking Monster at 9:30 p.m. EST.
No.
It's gonna be a wild Thanksgiving.
Oh, let's go. Team Avenged now puts themselves up by 1 as we head into the last round of the half of map number 2. This is exactly what we needed if we want to see a map number 3, the labs of Nighthaven.
This is Army of Five's last opportunity to hold and keep a 50-50 side split here.
We've got no bias towards any team. We want to see the best of the best. To get there, Team Avenged got to step up to the plate. Definitely saw this as a defensive sided on the major. I think you said it came in at like 64%. In the last few T4s we've casted, T3s that we've casted, definitely was the opposite side there. Oh.
Boy.
Landon. That man had a family.
What a fantastic game that he's been having. I know it feels like sitting at 6-4, but really feels more impactful than that already. I mean, we've only played 5 rounds so far, so he's definitely keeping up with his quota. And the player that he took off from the Army of Five side, Demented, the other 6-4, the other top frag in the server on the other side of the line. So that was a huge pick there to start this round off.
Yep, and now they've got all of that vertical control up on that 2F location. It's very quick, which means they're going to be able to start sussing out this first floor and where the heck these roamers are fairly early into the round, taking Demented off the board.
Karma, I know you're asking for an LMG buff. I mean, but man, that's going back to 2022 when we saw TSM and Bolo just go crazy on the Finka LMG. I don't think we're going back there. I know you want it, but I just don't think it's happening.
Yeah, and no. That's all.
And no.
I don't want it. Keep it out of here. I don't like the LMGs. Not good with them. Okay. Body bounce tipped in favor of Team Avenged. It's 1:15 left on the board. Still trying to get kind of themselves situated on 1F here. Get some of those hatches open.
Are they going to K-trick it? No, he's not. He's still... No, he's got both of them out, but not going to worry about the hatch there close to the B chassis. Boy, the attacking team working on getting their vertical set up, using their drones. This is it. Setup is almost ready.
Yeah, oh, there we go. It's going to be the Gone 6 to open up that laundry area, start to push in, and look at this trench.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, my Lord.
No way.
Just a nasty angle into laundry, and going to put peek to the side and live to fight another day here. She gets up top, could catch her feet getting pinged out. Nope. She's going to find another one. A zombie going to get it, but she is going to get down as that next zombie shield does go down. That's unfortunate for a zombie. Now taking us into a 2v2 technically, but it's a low health versus full health scenario here, as it's only going to take a few bullets onto both Dexy and Diver to end this. But Diver swings in with that shotty, and it's going to be the plant starting to go down now. Line's going to take it to 50. He's going to take it to 75, and they're rushing to shut this thing down. The cross is set up, and they are going to get this.
Oh, no!
Down. That might have saved his freaking life. Puts himself onto the
clutch air jab.
They are going to still find the kill onto Dexy, take his dome piece and place it in another area.
No, there is no way I thought, based on how that round was rolling, there is no way that I thought we were going to see Team Avenged win that one, going up 4-2 on their attacking half. Now, they roll into defense up. Boy, that feels like a really strong position to be taking the Army of 5 team, but they were great on attack. Won 4 straight on attack when we played club, so see how they handle Oregon.
Yeah, a little bit of a role swap here as Army of 5 took the attacking rounds on map 1. Team Avenged going to come up clutch on their attack on map number 2. Now, are they going to be able to slow down Army of 5? That's the big question. And what did they bring out to do so? I say a pretty star-studded lineup. We're going to see Toasty going to bring out the op that lives up to his namesake, going to try to cook him with the Lord himself, Tachanka, to Chisel, the man, the myth. Just got to buff himself, there, Whiskey?
Yeah, I know there's a few Tachanka fans in the server. Huge buff to the LMG. I mean, that thing, what is it now, 60 damage?
Yeah, it took him from a 49 to a 60 damage. Ain't gonna take much, and he's got enough to put everybody down in that LMG.
On what was already a really wicked piece of defending equipment.
Army of 5 gonna bring out some nade action. Be 4 in a pocket. So we see both Sledge and Diver bringing them out. Gridlock. Diver yet to find a kill here inside of 6 rounds. KD isn't, of course, everything, right? Take round wins into account.
That's true, but being down 2-4, now is the time for them to get active if they want to try and hold off, preventing them playing from Nighthaven. But Team Avenged wants to see Nighthaven. They want to see it. They want to go all the way and have their opportunity to bring it back and earn their spot in the grand final on Friday.
That's right, baby. And AO, big follow in the chat. It's the Queen herself off with their heads. What's up, Queen? Welcome to map number 2. It's been wild. He's got himself a pretty good angle from inside kitchen here, and he's got the cues going out for those nades. Not going to find anybody on it just yet.
Yeah.
Gonna go down as the Fenrir's off the board. That's a pretty huge pick. Not only is he sitting 7-5 in that top frag position, but wherever those fear canisters. Oh man, yow! That's a huge pick. Demented holding on to the angle. More patience than a first grade teacher. Gonna find himself one. Body bounce now tipped heavily in favor of Army of 5 on the attack round. Still gotta get through Toasty and his Tachanka. I don't even remember what I was saying. That kill caught me off guard.
You know what? You gotta love when a great kill just absolutely catches you off guard. I mean, that's one of the great parts about Siege.
Indeed it is. Now, those Capital fires are going out, and it's going to be oh no! Did he take his homie out with the fire?
He did.
He
did.
Kill on to Toasty, and it's now all resting on the shoulders of Hauser in this 5v1 plant going down. Attackers become defenders. Defenders become attackers. This is going to be a tough take. Got to find all 5. 7 seconds left on the board to do so for that defuse.
Bro, huge missed opportunity. Toasty freaking cooked him.
Toasty cooked him. Damn.
Let's go.
Put a little flamin' friend.
Oh, okay. All right, we saw it on Attack. Won 4 in a row on Oregon. If you missed it, that's how Army of 5 closed out that map. They won that one 7-3 on the back of a 4 straight on Attack. So here we are, potentially starting the climb. Neither team's taken a timeout yet, so definitely an opportunity on both sides to be able to slow the momentum down if required.
Cooked him.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as
I
many
love our
bombs
job.
as they can.
All right, we're gonna start banking up. Gonna start banking up those toasty cooking memes. Let's go.
Yep, we want to see them. All right, folks. A little bit of a climb back as Army of 5 starts to come alive, finding themselves the first win on the back end of the half. Gonna head up to 2F now and try to slow them down yet again.
You're gonna see Bandit, setting up, going with the standard Bandit placements on Breach and on the double and attic. There we go. The drones, well, just out and checking out the scene.
Yep. Okay, slow down City out of the defense as they try to claim another win and put themselves in peaking distance of a match point scenario. A glimpse towards map number 3 and the quest for destiny. What is that?
It was a nade, a sledge nade tossed in, bottom white. I don't know if he was clearing utility or just hoping to catch somebody sleeping.
I love the combo move of the homie opening up the window for you to get in there. And we saw this last time, and we saw Gridlock utilized on a 2F defense, is really trying to cut off all of that rotate angle between tower and, anywhere else.
That's right. There is no way for anybody on the defense there to try and get through the green hallway now. That thing is locked up tight.
Dexy on the run out, gonna try to rotate around, find himself a better position to get into, as now the body bounce is tipped in favor of Army of 5 by 1. Gonna redirect. Toasty gonna find Diver, as he's gonna remain killless in round number 8. Ooh.
Oh, look at this angle. What is he standing on top of?
Where the heck is that guy?
He's standing on top of the...
Yeah, he's standing on top of the table all the way in the back. Oh, wow. What a freaking shot. Gonna find one onto the window off the back of those special glasses. Army of 5 now reduced to only 2. Excuse me. Only 1. It's now all gonna rely on Sledge to bring this one back. A little bit of fire onto Stocky to end it. Might take a second
No
just
nades.
to talk about it, or potentially see that push. He's got a whole minute here.
He's 6'4" and 3. I mean, the man can gun, so I think there's definitely a possibility. But there's an awful lot of utility on the side of Team Avenged there. We got the flames coming out from Tachanka. Still's got 15 of those canisters left. If they just want to coat the entire site in fire, they've pretty much got that option.
Agreed. I kind of hope he does. There we go.
Speaking of.
Yep, set it all out, and this is looking like it's going to be a win in favor of the defense here, as they're going to put themselves 1 away from a match point scenario here in this last 16 seconds. He knows somebody's there. Just going to really just give his team time to chat about it, not really worry about patting the KD out.
Yeah, that's right.
A timeout
run out?
One.
Oh, I thought maybe we'd see Warden push it just for fun, but no. They're going to stick with the solid win. No chance. I don't want to give any hope there. Just hold it and wait. Here we go.
All right. Starting to look a little good here, Whiskey. Team Avenged, one away from a match point scenario, potentially sending us on to a Nighthaven Labs. Now, if ever there was a map I was not prepared for as a caster, that's going to be it. But I love to watch it, and I love to play it, and I definitely need some rank strats. Oh, Lord. Look at what Army of 5 is showing right now. Ying, Lion, the Amaru,
Need to locate and defuse.
they're showing the potential for a quick plan, and I would love to see that. And here's how
I
you do
guess.
it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Let's hear it. I want to hear how you do it. Now, down in the basement, I was thinking they were going to switch up the lineup, thinking that maybe they were going to go to a different site, but tell me about it.
So here's the deal. You operated almost the same exact way, but you're going to see Diver put himself onto the Blitz instead of the Ying. That's going to give him that shield presence inside of Elbow. Got to get onto Toaster quick. Dexy going to head up into that tower area, claim some quick top floor control, and then send it down that back stair area to help put some shots on this bunker push.
Attackers are heading out to
Let's
defuse
go.
the bomb.
This could be exciting. Double shield, Lion to suss them out and Finka for that health boost as they try to make their way through the fire, which is inevitably going to come from Toasty. This is exciting.
Here it is. And like you called it, we got Diver already downstairs, getting ready, taking up that position in the corner,
Attackers will cover the bomb.
exactly where we'd expect outside in the bunker.
Only difference is Amaru not going to full send up through that tower to claim that from below. Instead, Osa and Lion going to make a split push on the quick plan. There we go. They do get in. Fire starts to goes out. He does get onto T'Chaka, but he's going to kill that blade.
Oh!
And he's not going to lose his life. Toasty going to claim Diver. Dexy going to claim London. And now we find ourselves in a 3-3 as Dexy's stuck inside the corner. Inside of the bunker area. Osa holding for that flank area. You're going to see the grenade go out. Try to flush that Toasty out of that elbow area. Not a bad way as far as quick executes go. They claim a ton of control. Stocky now takes out Toasty with that grenade. Does go down for it. Got to wait for that Finka boost to be able to pick himself back up. But he's in a safe spot. Dexy holding the cover. And they've got the Osa shield now set on pillar. Ooh. Not exactly the way you think a bit of a quick execute will go down, but does sit in the favor of Army of 5 after that first volley, after that first exchange.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Yeah, that
Attackers
for
have
sure
recovered
did
their
not go exactly the way we were expecting in any regard there.
And they're going
Well, I mean, complete chaos in the game of Siege.
drop the bomb diffuser.
Oh, wow.
Attackers
No. That was so close to Siege timing there, and now Amaru goes down.
Oh my lord. Down behind the shield though. Wait for one more of those Finka boosts, get her back up and in tip-top fighting shape. No way to really deal with these town shields. This is where it might get a little bit dicey for the defending team. Oh my lord. The DMR just absolutely devastating in the hands of the right person. Gonna swing and take out a Rooney, but it is gonna get traded for Freezer, as now we find ourselves in a low health scenario. We got Amaru behind the shield, has to pick up the shield to get the plant, and he does get it. He's gonna get himself back behind the Talon shield, and now it's gonna start to get the plant down. 30 seconds left on the board. It's a do or die situation here for Hauser. He's gonna come in through the back area. Could Dexy, sheesh. I gotta see how he saw this, man, because never mind. That was less impressive. He just looked over and was like, "Hello, bop it."
I mean, that was the classic perspective difference that sometimes you see. I've seen a couple of posts about it in Twitter where you're showing the angles that the players can see. Looks incredibly close from one perspective, and the other, a little bit further away from the door, can see an awful lot more of the defender as they round that corner. Yeah, lost the perspective game. Trading themselves back out on the back half of this
many bombs as they can.
Oregon round, and back to the basement.
That's right. A little bit of bunker wars here to try and even up this score line. Army of 5 claiming that round.
Located a bomb.
And one closer to tie us up. There we go. There's that mute you were talking about. Good adaptation by the defense here. That intel has been huge and basically free.
I think that was is this the first time I think we're seeing the mute played on the Team Avenged side potentially? I'm trying to remember if they played him once before.
I think this is the first time. For sure, we saw Army of 5 bring it out on map 1.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, it's Bunker Wars. Team Avenged trying to get one closer to a match point scenario to see map number 3. Army 5 trying to put this bad boy away. It's going to be a little bit more of a traditional take towards that bunker area. Brought out the Flores to help clear Toaster out, get rid of that deployable. It's a good thing they brought that mute along. Going to have to utilize some of those potentially impact EMPs or grenades. Get some access in there. Osa claiming some top floor presence just about immediately. Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
One more deployed.
Oh.
Deploy talent shield.
Is
The
he gonna
pixel
get
peak.
This could be crazy.
He did.
He's gonna
Stocky
get that.
got it.
Why did you stay there? Oh my lord. Confident in his ability to win that gunfight, didn't even fire a shot and lost his life. And that is huge. That's the Warden off the board. 6 flashes on the side of the attacking team. You don't want to have to deal with that.
To ring some ears.
They've given away. They've reinforced up elbow, so now they know that that one is closed up for free. And the mute jammer helping definitely to take out the effective utility there of the Flores drones.
His body bounce tipped in favor of the attacking team here, so looking to try to even this one up. Still's feeling pretty good for the defense, though, right? Minute and 30 left on the board. Start to wind down, but they're getting a lot of real estate very quickly as Osa starts to take a peek from the back stairs here.
Well, and they've got making sure that the only utility they had downstairs was a single ADS and a bulletproof cam.
This is the practice setup. Osa gonna claim pillar yet again. Grenade gonna go out this time to take them out of there. Not gonna claim it. Bunch of damage going out onto the gridlock, but she's able to find the killer diver on the board, and he's gonna do it dramatically as the bounce from the nade says hello.
Oh no! The C4!
Caught slipping, Stocky and Dixie. Now into a 3v2. They are going to get that diffuser back. They are going to go for the plant again, but Hauser going to be holding the long angle from Freezer. It's set up. Oh, my lord.
Attackers are activating.
And there it is. Now it's a post-plant scenario. And they have got the angles cut off from Freezer. It's going to be a tough push in.
We're back in exactly the same scenario. You've got Mason and Hauser trying to hold down from a defensive perspective with the diffuser on default next to B chassis. I mean, wild that it ended up in exactly the same position.
Yep, well, it's a practice move, right? A little bit of a fake out on the diffuser. He is going to take a bunch of damage and find the triple kill. It's to swing in, and it's going to be overwhelmed. This diver going to find his second and probably most important.
He called himself out at 0-6 in game chat at the start of that round, and I think that was potentially all the motivation he needed to make sure that it was not going to stay that way. Grabs himself 2 on the back of a nade at the beginning, but the real key, I mean, the best play there in that game, the C4 over the shelf. I love that play, executed perfectly from the defense, but just wasn't quite enough to win him around. Tied up at 5-5 going into round 11.
Let's go. This has been a war of attrition all the way through, and I'm here for every single second of it. 2F going to be the site for the Battle of Match Point.
See, I told you we could have some fun on Oregon.
You weren't lying. You know what? And I just gotta learn to listen to whiskey against my better judgment, because I have none. I love that we've seen the Tachanka every single round. I just love it.
You know, when Smoke lost his deployable, there was a lot of discussion about whether or not Tachanka was going to be the new Smoke, right? The new area denial, the new plant denial, and it just really didn't happen the way that anybody expected. But no, as far as Toasty is concerned, he is the guy.
12-6 Demented Sits. Top fragging across the board for map number 2. Gonna have to be win condition set here for Team Avenged, I think, as we've said before, and we'll say it probably again. Step one, you got to take Demented off the board. And putting him on a Ying, that's scary. That's a guy that will Ying and just jump in.
So, I started Yinging.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for it. Let's see it happen.
Oh, okay. First
Fast and pulled that out on Twitter, and I was so happy to see that happen. Showing off the new Azami Elite with a caption of, "So I started blasting."
Nice kill.
Diver grabbing another.
And Pradeep gonna find it onto Toasty as well, and that's a tough kill. Right now they're starting to get active. They're gonna claim a lot of real estate, gonna cut off a bunch of those rotates, and that's exactly what I said. Gonna throw in those Yings and just run in, and just like that, he has found himself on the inside of Attic, pushing to rotate. Is gonna find another. Demented on the back of a double plant, gonna start going down. Takes the shots, but is gonna get cut down inside of Kids. Plant still going down. Now takes us into a 4v1 post-plant scenario. All on the shoulder of Oryx, who does find another kill. Taking us into a 3v1. Gotta find two more.
No way, a triple.
A triple. He's gotta ace this to get it. It's gonna be the swing on one.
What?
One kill. Now taking us into a 1v1 scenario. And the Legion not gonna be able to do it. Shut down by Pat as he finds himself on a match point scenario. What a freaking run. Oryx, woo! Caught himself a 4-piece.
A 4K, but and just couldn't. It was not enough to pull it off. Oh man, that was heartbreaking. To see the 1v5 ace clutch, man, what a moment that would have been. Team Avenged doing their best to hold on, but just had not converting that into a round win there, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, this is a classic case of it isn't that Team Avenged is losing these maps. It's that Army of 5 is just outright winning them, right? And on a valiant effort, Team Avenged now finds themselves between a rock and a hard place. You have to win this round or it is over. We have to see overtime or Army of 5 is going to solidify themselves a chance at a 3-peat dynasty type terms in the realm of Skyline gaming.
That's right. Team Avenged trying to find their spot in the finals. This is it. We're on match point, map point, series point, semifinal point at this point. If they can win it, we're going to see Army of 5 again in the grand finals on Friday. Team Avenged going home. If Team Avenged can hold off and push this to OT, we may get to see ourselves Nighthaven tonight.
Ooh, come on, Team Avenged. Gotta be perfect on this round, and they are bringing the heat. As we're gonna see the breach denial in the form of Bandit. We are gonna see Malusi up top. Was that Malusi? Malusi
it
up
was,
top
yeah,
in
playing.
tower.
Yep.
Ooh, I like the call. Oryx on the roam will might have stopped that projectile to Nile, and of course, the ever-present and always dangerous Azami Mira.
Nope, Mira banned out, unfortunate, and no, a huge part of the Army of 5 team.
Ooh, good kill onto Stocky, and that is a great way to start this round for the defense. Getting that man advantage, stopping that verticality that has been so prevalent and present. Buck off the board. Not a huge loss for Army of 5, but a huge gain for Team Avenged as they're trying not to get kicked out of this tournament. Holy Daiva!
Wow, I feel like that has been a gigantic missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yep.
No way.
It's
What
down
a
2-0,
game.
but
What
he now
a
got
map.
3. Oh, okay. A bit of a slowdown here as the attacking team going to kind of regroup a little bit.
Swapping back.
Oh. No, did not get an angle there on Gridlock jumping in. They've got a tight angle, but where was that from?
That's from Addict, I believe. Yeah? Good night. That's going to be a kill onto London. This is Malusi going to get ripped off the board. Now taking us into a 4-4. It's a minute 14 left on the board. As the time starts to tick down, it is favoring the defense. Ace taking a little bit of damage. He did get that window open. And now the devastating Candela push. You don't want to get caught in it. And there we are. Looks down below. Not going to take that shot. Does get inside. Ooh! Goes for a headshot. Tries to take the shot down below on the hatch. As verticality being absolutely present. It is going to be a Raven off the board. Now body bounce tipped in favor of Team Avenged as they find themselves now up by 2 in the body bounce. One still outside on the balcony. It is Ying trying to get active, and she is going to find one.
What a shot. What a shot through the chassis. Oh, and he still has more Candelas left. 3 more to...
Bomb has been located.
Ooh, he is going to find himself one Demented. Now takes us into a 2v2 scenario. Still have 2 Ying Candelas in pocket, but they are heading back in the long area. Going to blind the homie, though, so he can't take that swing. 15 seconds left on the board. Oh, the shot's not going to find it.
No!
1v2. Team Avenged looking pretty good to hold this bad boy out. And it's looking like, Mr. Whiskey, we're going to see some overtime.
Team Avenged, let's go. Forcing OT on map 2 in this best of 3. Oregon's going there.
Man, you know what? I take back everything I've said about it. You're not a Snorrigan. You're not a Borigan. Motherfuckers, this is Oregon. Holy cow, what a freaking game. 6-6 taking us to the OT scenario where it is do or die for Team Avenged. They have got to win it out here to have a chance at taking the semifinals on map number 3. Whiskey, what a freaking game. This has been everything you hope for in Siege.
One sec. Everything you hoped for in Siege, but potentially we got a tech pause on the line. So I'm gonna take us to a quick BRB as we get that tech issue sorted out. So this potentially a momentum stopper here, but let's see how we go.
That's right. Sit back and relax, folks, because when we come back, it's going to be the dramatic conclusion to this 6-6 Oregon OT. Ayo!
Let's go.
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. Re-host is over. The teams are back in, lobby full, and if you're just joining us, well, let me catch you up. In a dramatic showing on map number 1, Army of 5, who was looking to catch themselves a three-peat here in the Skyline Gaming, took on Team Avenged and won map number 1. We are now in map number 2, and it is a do or die scenario for Team Avenged as we're in OT. Team Avenged has to find this OT win to have a shot at map number 3. Army of 5 looking to put this bad boy away. What you think, Mr. Whiskey?
I think, boy, when we talk about what was the momentum killer here on both sides, it couldn't have been a better location for us to have a tech issue and a rehost. It was an FPS bug, and the player couldn't join back in the lobby. That's why we needed to rehost. But really, I mean, didn't give an advantage to either team. And we saw them win the last 2 rounds, 1-1, and finished here on OT. That feels like a great place. It doesn't feel like it really disadvantaged or advantaged one team or the other significantly. So happy that was the position that we got to see it in. Now, the question is, can you remember all the stats? Who was the kill leader as we rolled in from regular time?
I can tell you the only person that mattered, and that's Demented. The man
was Demented?
He was at least at 14 kills. He was the clear kill leader, and just having an absolutely devastating round. We called the win condition for Team Avenged. Step 1, take out Demented. Step 2, win the freaking round.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Now, back on, we see Demented back on Ayana. That's interesting, right? We had not seen an awful lot of Ayana play just because of how much we'd seen the meta change relative to the Gridlock and Finka bringing nades. But here we've got now a little bit of both. You get the infinite droning from the Ayana, and you get the nades from Gridlock here that were bringing her out.
Yeah, and I think it was just like when you were talking about Fenrir, right? Finka is now basically a new operator again, right? We got to figure out where the heck she fits in to our attacking strategy. In the game of Demented, there he goes again. Don't let him get rolling. It's going to take Fenrir off the board, now taking body bounce in favor of Army of 5 on this 2F push.
Yeah, they're pushing hard. Armory side got control, opening up attic here. We had one of the defenders was Toasty was who was it? Was all the way up in the big tower, but now rotated back down.
Come on, step on the tracks.
Mason?
Yep, possibly.
Oh, but gonna get droned out as well in security.
He's going to take the scenic route and hopefully try to catch somebody slipping from the side. A quick pre-fire on the window, not going to amount to anything, though. Give away his location as he runs back around towards the other side. And they are going to get this wall open from the big bedroom area.
Yeah, they're getting everything open right now and got a ton of control on the armory side of the map at this point.
There we go. As Demented starts to push in, almost pays the price for his Seaverist there. It is going to be the flash as the Womai takes it. Oh, grenade going to come out.
Oh, the nade!
Not going to catch him, though, but it is actually going to be able to find his dome pace now, put us into a 5v2. Flash is still coming out, just being absolutely devastating. Demented to add 2 more onto his total. As he gets taken off the board. Diver to finish that one out.
Oh, geez. The melee into the planter? Come on. Here it is.
Sheesh. Okay, overtime match point. And if you're hearing that sound, that means that it is 1 away from potentially being over. Army of 5 looking to seal this one up and get a chance at a three-peat. This team has not dropped a round in the grand finals thus far and sits 28-0. The clear Goliath here in the Skyline gaming community currently. Team Avenged trying to David their way to map number 3. See if they got what it takes to even it back up.
And we'd be getting to see Nighthaven. And I know You know, it feels still like a bit of a new map from a competitive scene. We hardly ever get to see it. I mean, when we go through, you and I have casted, I think, more than 200 maps together, more than 400 hours of casting here in Rainbow Six Siege, and 90% of it is on Oregon, Club, and Chalet, if you can believe that.
Wow. I can't believe that. Okay, did you see how we did it? Now we know. Write it down, folks. It's our new rank strat for a zombie. Coming to a bunker war near you. It's going to be a fairly standard setup. We are going to see smoke being brought out as they're going to opt for that SMG-11 shoddy combo instead of the stopping power of the LMG and Tachanka. Other than that, pretty standard setup here for this bunker war site. Same for the attacking team. Nomad for that flank. Potential to push somebody out of that back pillar area. Osa, those devastating Talon shields have been present throughout this entire series. Grim, love the Grim call. Bees for days, my friends. Give you that intel, especially when you get that vertical control.
Well, you know what? You know what I don't want?
What's that?
Bees for days, bro. No.
But yeah, doesn't sound pleasant. And if you're the defenders, you don't want that either.
True story. That's right. So here it is, the last opportunity for Team Avenged back on the back foot. Back on the back foot. Here we go. Overtime match point, Army of 5, 7-6. Again, if you are just joining us, we're on map 2 of a best of 3. Army of 5 taking the first in a 7-3 victory on Clubhouse. We've got one opportunity left to see Team Avenged take this to Nighthaven and hold off the onslaught and the potential three-peat of Army of 5 in the grand final on Friday.
So we got a little clarification from Skyline here. 16-8-1 is what Dimension was sitting at. So 2 away from dropping a 20 bomb here on this competitive game. Sheesh.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling pretty good about that.
Okay, 5-5 still here with a minute and 30 left on the board. You know what that means, folks? That means hold on to your hats, because once this gets started, once the go button is hit, once the green light flashes, the trades are going to ring out something insane. I love this Kiva barrier. Looking at the toes of Osa.
Oh,
it's going to knock her way out of there. Got to be able to push down. Waited for the reload, and that is going to make it. Oh, still keeping it. All right, Diver doing a great job of holding off this attacking team from pushing down these stairs. Write that one down too, Whiskey. We've seen it a couple of times, but I think it's time to utilize it. It's going to be Grim the first to fall, and this is not looking good now for Team Avenged, as this is a defense's dream here, being up in the body bounce with only 36 seconds left on the board, holding the long angles. It is going to be Demented now to find it onto Mason. Body bounce huge, tipped in favor of Army of 5. Now as they sit 5v3, it's all resting on the shoulders of the Nomad, of the Buck, and of the Osa. We're going to see some of those flashes ring in, and Osa goes down. It is going to be Stocky, and it's shoulders, but it's too late. Army of 5 moving on for the chance at three-peat glory here in the Skyline gaming community. And holy cow, what a freaking match. Oh man, what a freaking match.
Yeah, great game played on both sides, and that was a tough loss there at the end, and a little bit of a TK. I don't think it kind of flashed through so quick. Didn't actually see it, but yeah, TK there at the end. Wow, what a round! What a play! A great, fantastic play there by Team Avenged, making that a match to remember, and really, it was exactly what we wanted to see.
You're right. It is. And, it's a glory situation here. Army of 5 had their metal tested a little bit on both of those maps, right? It was a war of attrition for the first half of map 1, with Army of 5 coming in a dominant performance at the back end of that half. Map 2, oh my lord, it was a freaking barn burner, down to the wire. OT trying to claim it all, and jeez, that's why I love this freaking game. It's why I love this freaking league. This is the exact reason we're here, and it was absolutely dope. It was absolutely great.
Yeah, it really was. It wasn't, we talked about being worried about it being boring Siege at the beginning, but no, These teams turned it up to 11. Actually, they turned it up to, 14? We got to see 14 rounds played, almost the full 15. But again, congratulations to Army of 5 taking the win and moving on to the grand finals. Team Avenged, that was a heck of a fight you guys put up, and cannot wait to see you continue on in the Skyline Gaming weekly series, because that's going to be happening. It's in the name, weekly, brother.
That's right. So that is it for the Whiskey Boys this evening. We just want to say a huge shout out to Skyline Gaming for hosting this tournament, having an awesome Discord, getting the talent in here to put on the show. Thank you to both teams, right? Army of 5 and Team Avenged for showing out, putting on a performance, and just making us remember why we love this game. And it was absolute blast. And now, grand finals going to be coming up as well. Army of 5 looking to get themselves a 3-peat. Oof. I'm feeling nervous going into the arena if I'm facing them for sure. The underdog story needs to be real.
Especially because we know that wasn't the full squad. I know we've seen a diver play on that squad before, but Merlito in the chat, one of the key members of that team as well, not able to play. So the other semifinal game going on right now off stream. So we're going to find out soon who is going to be Army of 5's competition there. So look forward, that game coming at you on Friday. So, we've got a couple other things coming up, though. Not just the ending, the semifinal game here. Just a quick plug for the Whiskey Boys. We're going to be casting the grand final for the Vibrant League, seeing Team Heroic, the ex-Team Heroic, yes, that pro team playing in the Vibrant Grand Finals on Sunday. And still, the potential for, the big Element 2 tournament going on this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, qualifier 2 for Element 2 happening shortly. So that'll be the follow-up, the encore to the Skyline Gaming final.
That's right. A little bit of NA and a little bit of EU, and followed up with maybe a little bit of E2, baby. The Whiskey Boys, we're everywhere. Hey, if you want to chat with us more, why don't you hit us up, right? If you like us, if you hate us, why don't you just add us? We're on Twitter. I am at glitter_whiskey. He is at racing ENGR, and we just want to talk about it, whatever it is. Your hot takes, your cold takes, all your takes. Send us your clips. And we want to talk about it. Just want to say a shout out to, we do have a potential for not a potential, it's happening. It's the Holiday Bash here in the Skyline Gaming League, and that is starting on December 27th. And I tell you what, this is going to shape up to be an amazing tournament, right? 32 teams, round robin into a 16-team playoff double elimination. And does it get any better than that?
Well, tell me what the prize pool is. Do we know that? Because that's how you make it better.
That's a good call. We're going to leave that one up to Skyline Gaming to divulge. But if we're basing it off previous tournaments here, it ain't going to be nothing to scoff at.
That's right. Playing Siege, winning money. Well, we're out here sipping and sieging. And like we always say, there's a lot of Siege you could be watching. We're glad you're here with us.
Yep, absolutely. So, folks, we've come to that dreaded part of the evening for the coveted Southern goodbye. And, hold on one second. Whiskey.
I'm holding. Hell yeah, that's my job. We'll make it happen. Whatever you need, my friend. Well, that's why you have a casting partner, right? Also because you're a legend at play-by-play, so sometimes I feel like I'm just here as the pretty face, but you have that part covered as well. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of a switch up from the norm here. Generally, we reserve it for the grand finals, but since it's such a momentous occasion, it's A5 looking to get themselves a three-peat, if you will. We're going to get a little bit of interview and talk about it. So why don't you sit back and relax. When we come back, we're going to get to answers at the bottom as we talk about what just went down and what's coming up for A5. Heyo!
Let's go.
What's up, and welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players, and it's a treat. We bring you Padip, who is, of course, instrumental in those round wins. Congratulations. You've got to be feeling pretty good looking at a chance to three-peat.
Yeah, no, we're feeling really good.
Yeah, so kind of fun situation having Diver in the mix with you today. Is that a role he feels often? You think that mirror ban was targeted at him?
Probably not. I mean, they banned Mira on Club as well, so we were hoping that they didn't ban Mira.
Yeah.
Diver loves the Mira,
He's a
but
fan. He's a fan of that mirror
yeah,
play.
he's a fan.
So who's doing the current IGLing for you guys right now? Who's making those plays?
It's currently me.
Oh, big brain, 100%
right.
IQs on there. Is that a pretty high pressure situation for you? You feel pretty relaxed in that role?
No, I feel really good. It kind of gives me an opportunity to understand where everybody is and kind of guide everybody. But so far and throughout these tournaments, it's been very, very good, very nice. You know, I feel really locked in with where everybody is, what we're holding, stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems very practiced, right? It's these are scenarios that you guys are coming up to, and it's like I think I've said it once before. Army of Five takes 2F, and welcome to my TED Talk. It's a clinical approach. You guys got a very fun blend of contemporary and traditional Siege, and I think that's definitely a direct result of what's being said in the game. So hats off, 28-0 so far in the grand finals. Looking to get yourself a three-peat. Are you predicting a similar scoreline or anything you're worried about from the next team coming up?
No, I think we're feeling confident. We want to obviously keep the X and O round count right in the grand final. So we'll definitely be prepped and ready.
Yeah. So this is a question I love to ask everybody. Kind of gives me a little insight onto who you are as a player, right? And the answers vary. There is a standard that we get from a lot, but here's the question: if you could ban one operator forever, goodbye, sayonara, see you later, not going to ever be played in Siege again, who are you picking, attacker or defender, off the board forever?
Oh, that's tough.
I know. There's so many good ones to choose. I've got plenty of bannables.
It's like there's a side of me that wants to get rid of Clash forever because I think she's dumb. But then Clash is just a free pick most of the
really
time
is.
when
Yeah,
she's on
absolutely.
the board, right? If you bring the proper utility, she's a free
Easy.
pick. I don't know. I think in the current state of the game, this will change next season too. I think Blackbeard is in a just really terrible spot. I'd probably just get rid of him.
That is the standard answer across the board.
That's wild.
T4 through T1. When we ask that question, 90% of the time, Blackbeard, get him out of here.
He just doesn't bring a lot. He's a pretty selfish op. He's kind of like Cavi. It would be pretty close between Cavi and Blackbeard, but they're both very similar, selfish. They don't bring a lot of util, and he's very situational.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Love it for those repel
we've heard
challenges.
that answer from multiple different teams and multiple different leagues. That Blackbeard so far is the #1 answer to that question.
So here's the question, right? You guys had a pretty even on the first half of the first map. Performance hitting that 3-3 score line, came alive, of course. What's the conversation going into map 2? Did you really expect it to be as close as it was when we get into that overtime finish?
I mean, obviously we strive to 7-0. Every time we go into a map, that's the mentality that we have. We made a couple of mistakes here and there. Overextending here, doing a couple of things there, and we just had to lock in for the rounds and take care of it.
Yeah. Do you give that cinematic movie time speech in the rehost going on at 6-6? You guys know that if you win this, you don't have to see a map 3. You get a chance at that three-peat. Are you coming in with some words of wisdom, or is it more of a listen up type scenario?
No, yeah. No, absolutely. When the rehost comes in, it's like, okay, boys, we've got 3 rounds. Let's get this done. We know the mistakes we're making. Let's clean it up. And we cleaned it up. And
yeah.
Got the last 2 rounds.
Easy peasy. You heard it here. Pro tip. Just go in and clean it up. Find yourself on a potential chance for a three-peat. Oh, well, right on. Anything that you'd like to say to the people still watching out there in the internet?
I appreciate everybody that's supporting us and everybody that's watching, and I appreciate Diver. Diver does a lot of work behind the scenes for us. He's the best, and all of my teammates as well. Dexy, Demented, Stocky, Dev, Astro, all the subs. They're the best. I appreciate everybody, and most importantly, right now, thank you guys. We appreciate you. This is
Hey,
awesome for us.
right on. Right on. Well, we
Appreciate that.
appreciate that. Yeah, it's a blast, especially when we get to watch some of that exciting gameplay. You know, we go to Oregon and we're like, oh, not Oregon again. You know, it's the same old strats. But
Borgin.
man, yeah, Borgin, Snorgan,
Not
you
today,
call
it
but
wasn't.
not freaking today, man. The back and forth was just absolutely amazing. Looking forward to watching you guys play in the grand finals. It's a big GG's for the semis. We really appreciate you stopping by for answers at the bottom. It's Padip. Everybody, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. All right, folks. So we don't get to do it too often, but we got to tonight a little bit to sit and talk about the glory that just went on and the glory to be strived for in the grand finals coming up, hopefully, potentially on Friday. That's, I believe, the tentative plan, right?
Tentative plan. You got it.
Yep. So with that is the end of Siege for the evening for the Whiskey Boys. We hate to go, but we know you love to watch us leave. As the lights start to dim and the jukebox is singing closing time, as always, my friends, you don't have to go home.
But you can't stay here.
Hey, yo.
Let's go.